Joining me, everybody, is someone I've known for actually more than a year. Met her when I was, or talked to her when I was a reporter in Flint, but she is one of the front row Joes. And she's been on, there she is. She's been on network television, documentary about her, but she was there in Butler, Pennsylvania. It's going to be 1 year ago. And you probably remember that like it was just yesterday.
Yes, and I just returned on Father's Day.
Wow. I went there a couple weeks ago because I just wanted to see for myself. And it's amazing how, like, close everything was. On TV, you really can't tell that much, but it's kinda eerie being there too. So you went back to what, with a film crew?
Yes, they actually did a documentary on the Front Row Joes, so that's the same crew. They're actually from Australia.
Wow,
hmm
damn. So, what is you witnessed history, and you were actually tell people, you were actually, like, in the front row or one of the first few rows?
Like 10 feet. And the only thing that was in front of me was the speakers in the little area where the media go back and forth, and then the stage.
Wow. What was it like, what do you remember about that? Was it the blink of an eye, like you heard a noise and then just he went to the ground, or what do you when you tell people, what do you remember?
Just he had us looking up, and we were just I was focused looking in the air to the left and how short and how I'm standing, everything is up. So I happened to see some waves of, and I just followed it.
So you so the first thing what did you hear at first? The gunshots?
I was like focusing on what was happening with that because it wasn't part of what I normally see.
Well, wait a
So
minute, wait a minute. You were focusing on Trump or something else, you said?
the waving of the bullets, like the it was like waves in the air. There's like the first three, yeah.
You could see that.
hmm yeah.
Really?
I found it
Damn.
to his head.
Wow. Wow. And then you did you realize what had happened right away? I mean, some people were like, "Oh," on TV, they're like, "Oh, it's fireworks." I'm like, "No, I think we knew right away what
We
happened."
did, yeah, we knew. Oh yeah. I mean, because it was instant. I seen it instantly happen, so I instantly got down too.
Yeah, were people and I know Trump said it that it's amazing people didn't get killed in the crowd, like, people didn't start running or anything, did they?
Because I thought it was part of the show. They weren't even like focused on like
Pe pe pe
people
yeah,
froze.
yeah, basically.
Yeah,
Um,
they
and
froze.
he I mean,
It it
it's
just felt like it slowed down in real time for me.
yeah. Wow, and why were you there? You're in Michigan, but you've been to other places he's been. Why'd you go to that one?
Because I travel, because I campaign, and I try to get supporters to show up, and I go and rally there and show the support. Volunteer if they need us.
Yeah, and who would have thought that would be the one time that would happen?
And they actually needed me that day, and I was offering my help, and yeah, it was
Did
very unorganized.
Yeah, didn't you say you knew even when you walked in? Like, I've been to 3 or 4 rallies, nothing like you. You probably been to what, at least 20, 30 or
I
more,
don't count. I do that because it's no count. This is not. Yeah, I don't count.
Yeah, you've been to
It's not
lots of
why
them.
I do this.
You know what it's like, and when you told me before when you walked in there, you felt something wasn't the same as other ones, right?
Well, it's just first of all, one of the volunteers come up to me. He's like, They have not passed our badges out to us." I was like, "Well, that's kind of strange because you can't tell the staff from, the us." And people seem to not want to listen. I don't care if they're Trump supporters or not. People tend to not listen to other people dressed like them.
So you were a volunteer there,
Not this one.
not at this one. What are the
But one of the
volunteer
volunteers that knows me, that I have volunteered with, come up to me and brought
Oh.
that to my attention first thing in the morning.
What do
Because
the
he collects
volunteers
the
do?
badges.
What do they do? They help people find their seats, or
What do? They direct traffic, everything. They help keep the aisles clear, like Just keep people moving and get them to their seats. And there's usually a couple hundred volunteers at each one of these.
Wow.
Yes.
So, what was there? I mean, there's a police. You had to go through a magnetometer to check you when you go in. All that stuff, right?
Yeah, I was actually running my TikTok battles and I said, I have Secret Service is late showing up.
So you were there really early.
Yeah, I actually did like 3.5, 4 hours on TikTok running matches. I made like $500 that day sitting in line in front of the line.
So, I mean, you look around, you saw the snipers up in the buildings or whatever?
Well, they weren't there and they usually are. So, yeah.
You you mean early. They were there during when Trump was obviously when Trump was on the stage.
Well, just the one set. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you looking
The
back on
other
that?
one was, I guess, in the building.
Yeah.
It was too hot, I guess.
Oh my god. Um, looking back on that, are you mad? Are you still pissed off at what happened, or what's your feelings on it?
He should have never went on stage because I love my law enforcements, but they needed help. There was not enough eyes. There's people passing out from exhausted, overheated, whatever, you know?
Well, yeah, because you've been to a lot of rallies before, and I
And
have as
people
well.
pass out all the time. I'm used to this.
Yeah.
But the problem was they didn't have the aisles clear. We were like sardines. Could you imagine if people did freak out? Do you know how many injuries there really would have been?
Ooh, a lot.
Because we were like it was. I've never been to a rally where they crammed us like that, where we could have been hurt. It just it didn't feel right, the whole rally.
Wow. Um, yeah, and now just today, I think they suspended six Secret Service the other day, and now we're learning they knew the guy was there, and it
Yeah,
just
I guess he pulled his hair out of his head. They caught him doing weird stuff.
yeah. So they something failed somewhere because I know the
Mhm.
local police weren't able to talk to the Secret Service. It just seemed like a failure somewhere.
Plus, they couldn't call each other. The cell phones weren't working. There was just red flag after red flag. If you look at my Newsmax, they used what I said, red flag after red flag.
I mean, I was out there and I remember my cell service wasn't even great, and I was the only one standing there a couple weeks ago. So their
Mhm.
radios, I think, also weren't like the
So
local
the
police.
officers couldn't even communicate, and then they weren't on the same lines. There was you could just see the frustration. There was Secret Service passing out cases of water. I've never. They're supposed to be watching, not watching people.
Yeah, they need to have their eyes trained all the time. So they were dealing with that stuff.
Yeah, people doing jobs that they normally don't do because one of the guy that owns all the sound. I walked out to the back like 3 or 4 times and did videos of the outside, and I stopped at because he was at the guy that sells "Make Honey Great Again." Right? These are
Yeah.
people that's well with Trump. I stopped, was like, I saw you doing a job you normally don't do. He was passing out signs in the bleachers. I was like, I asked the campaign if they needed help. I see it's unorganized. Like,
Was it wow. So obviously law enforcement failed. I mean, I went there.
the problem was they're like the volunteers did not have badges. They couldn't control the people too. So it just had people just unhurt. Like,
Did the and I know Biden was president at the time, and
Jill was there.
did Secret Service not have enough people?
Well, I mean, I guess if the ones that were on top of the building instead of inside because they were too hot, that would have prevented it right there.
The building where the shooter was
Right. If
shooting
they would have been
from.
where they were supposed to be at, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, because where the shooter was shooting from, there were Secret Service agents inside that building.
Yeah, in a window
Yeah, that's instead of being on top of the roof of the
because it
building.
was too hot.
Have they said that or that come out?
Yeah. I watched all the hearings.
That's yeah, you would know. So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's horrible because
Yeah.
when you were there and you looked, what, to the left was that building, right? Or to the right?
Yes, it was to my left. Yes.
To the left. So, I mean, I was there a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, I'm not great at shooting, but I probably
But
could have got a good shot off
but
that
where I
close.
was sitting down, I couldn't actually see because of the bleachers too, because I'm sitting down. But all them bullets came at us,
Yeah, one person died, right? And I
and
mean,
he hit 3 people, and that's
yeah, you don't
including
hear
that
about
one.
that much, but 3 others people were hit.
Yes.
I mean, you could have easily been one of them. Jeez. I hope what happened there, do you worry about him now? I mean, I
Oh,
always
every
not
day, every
when
day.
he goes on a stage now, there's always something in the back of my head that's freaking out a little bit.
I haven't sat in the front row since that day.
So it's always on your mind. Even when you're watching TV, does it kinda get you thinking like, "Uh-oh."
Hmm. And then with
How
this Epstein, and then this is just like one thing after another, and I'm just like, it's bad.
but I don't know if I could do it, but he gets back up and does it all, and he doesn't seem to care, or he is just a strong person who
Hmm.
I don't know. The one guy who was there, that Secret Service, his main guy is now the head of the Secret Service, I
He
think.
is, and you know what? I know I've talked to him. He's been with them since I've been going to these rallies.
Really?
And the blonde-headed girl that was there that day, she my first rally, I know, so I'm like, "Ooh, she bad." She was the blonde one, and then
Yeah.
him. Oh yeah, they've been with him.
Wow. So,
Yeah,
yeah, he trusts his inner circle there, those
Uh,
people. Um,
it's. Can you imagine who to trust and who not to trust? Because even me being in this circle, there's so many people trying to get to him.
wow. Yeah, so hopefully they learn something from this. A lot of people claim it was done intentional, or do you think it was just laziness, stupidity, and just like a perfect storm of stupid? I mean, some
I'm
people
a,
think,
I was a waitress for 20 years. I could read a room. It was a storm.
did they let it happen?
I know because they were running around trying. I seen it. That's why I stopped one of the campaign people. Was like, "Do you need help?" I offered my help right on the spot.
So it was like a domino effect. The whole
It
day was
was. It was because when they first let the first crowd in, it was the wrong wristband. So you had people going in places that they weren't even supposed to be going because there's different colors for certain people that they have coming to certain areas, but it started from the beginning, anyways.
okay. Okay. So yeah, so you're saying that the chaos from the very beginning, it kind of made the whole thing just a mess, and
Yeah.
even the Secret Service, it took their attention off of stuff.
The weirdo was able to, because remember, if you watched my interview with you before, I felt like this kid just because it was so chaotic that whole day.
So he got really lucky then, that because he came from his home about an hour away, and he came there, so he got really lucky that it was all messed up, and
If that's the case, yeah.
he took advantage of it.
Yeah.
Because if this would have happened at, any
There
of
was
the other
so many
rallies, you
opportunities to stop him.
yeah, because hell, I've been to events before when I've gone to rallies, even as a reporter, if I did something weird or looked weird, Secret Service would take me off to the
I wear sunglasses and I had no eyes on me, so I didn't feel safe anyways. I've dealt with gun. I mean, I'm always watching my surroundings.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just something. I mean, I remember that happened, and then I remember you posting videos about it, and, how's the media, did they cover that okay? I mean, some networks did, others didn't. It was weird. CNN actually had it live that day, and they never take anything live.
No,
Um,
they're always there. Like they try to, all the media is always there, but they never stream it.
yeah, and they were doing it that day, which, well, I guess that's when he was about to name a vice president. He was close to doing that, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because wasn't the big convention just a couple days away, the Republican National Convention?
I
I
don't know. After that was like domino effect for me.
Wow. Did you go back? You've been to a rally since, right? Yeah.
Yes. I went back to Butler when he had his return.
What was that like? Because that was emotional, wasn't it?
I was uncomfortable, and we were actually, y- I was actually sitting in the front for 45 minutes, and then we were moved from our front.
During his speech?
But no, way before he came out.
Why'd they
They had,
move
I
you?
get, they were gonna put seats there. We do whatever because we're, volunteers, whatever. We just go with the flow.
Yeah.
But once
Wow.
I was put off to the side, I'm like, you know what? God doesn't want to put me back in front of him.
Yeah.
Like, I just, yeah,
Things happen for a reason, and,
it
I mean,
does, right?
honestly, he should have been
I've
what
sat behind him after that.
oh, what did they say? That little bit and he would been dead, right? A tiny
Oh yeah, oh
ti
yeah. That I From what I seen, it was like I
wow. Do you have nightmares at all?
I've had panic attacks and all that since Butler. Like I get startled and stuff. And how you know me was from having a bullet in my car on New Year's.
Yeah, that
I've I've
everyone
had
watching.
gun violence around me my whole life.
Yeah, everyone watching right now, I first ran into you when I it was New Year's Eve.
Yes.
You had a bullet that landed in your house or car.
And the driver's car, if it would have went through, it would have killed the driver.
Yeah, and then I don't know if I could we had an interview with you, and then that's how I connected with you, and then I found that you were out there, but yeah, and you live in the Flint area,
Yes.
so gun violence is something that you're
My
used
whole
to.
life, and I've never been startled, never been shaken to it didn't happen when it happened. It's been the after effect. I see the world totally different. Like I
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, so boy, do you still keep in contact with the Front Row Joes and all the yeah?
Yes, we are going to the White House August 20th. I just filled out my form for the White House and give my social security number and all that. Like you don't have it, White House.
Oh yeah, I've done whenever I was supposed to interview Trump once and they did a background check like nobody's business on me.
Yeah.
It didn't turn out because he didn't do it, but so you're actually going there. Are you gonna hopefully meet with him?
Well, we are his front row Joe. So if we're going to the White House, we are his group. We are his soldiers, his front row.
That is
So
amazing. Is my
yeah.
brick suit guy?
Yes, he is part of the front row Joes.
I love that guy. I interviewed him once when I follow him and he's really cool. So wow, okay.
He was actually our seats were Butler. I would have never sat where, remember I told you wrong lines went in. But he would have never sat up front too. Another gentleman that knew us saved all three of our seats.
Wow.
I wasn't even the person that came with me had to sit on the other side where the bullets came from.
Oh wow. So you
Yeah.
really believe God, things happen for a reason. Like the fact that I mean,
Yes.
he should have been dead. And
Yes.
imagine what our country would be like. And I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. If Kamala Harris was president today, our
It doesn't
country,
matter. It
our
doesn't matter.
our country would be different, big time.
Yes. We'd be at war right now.
So if God, things happen for a reason, and that's just so it gives me goosebumps right now.
Yeah. And
Wow.
then to find out, I just found out like 3 weeks ago. My birthday. I was born on the day the war ended.
Oh, geez.
35 years. World War II, August 9th, 1945, and I'm getting ready to turn 45 next month.
You're still youngin'.
No.
Okay,
Um,
well, I wanted to have you just to talk about that. You're working on I don't know if you want to talk about it yet. It's sometime in the future. You're working on putting everything together, right?
I have my book written. It's just getting the right flow because there's a lot of people in my book. I want to tell my story. It's not they're a part of my story, but it is going to be told. So I
It,
just want the flow right. It's there, there's a lot of politics involved in how I became why I supported Donald Trump, what led me to Donald Trump. It's so
yeah, you've been through a lot, and that's in your you. So you have a book coming out. So if anyone's watching right now
yes.
and has any interest or knows, and I'm trying to help you hook up with some literary people, but
Yes.
you've been through a lot. It's more than just being a front row Joe. It's
Yeah.
about your life because you
Getting
grew
out
up.
fighting
You
for
grew
the
up.
working people. I was a waitress for 20 years. The working class, I've heard everybody's stories. I'm the server you talk to.
Oh, wow.
Like
And
I know all your stories, all your secrets, all your pain. Like I do.
well, and you grew up in an area where that's heavy Democrat.
Yeah, my father worked for General Motors and I went through the shutdown of GM. That was my father. So I went through that, the downfall of Flint.
And you've seen people change probably. Like my dad was a Democrat, but he would have been a Republican if he was still alive. Because you've seen how Donald Trump changed Democrats into followers of his.
Except my father, he's still liberal.
He's still
And he does not speak to me. But I think
seriously.
it's more now because my uncle wrote a book and he was military and special military. Now I'm reading his book and find out like how special he was and being drafted. I think it's a little everybody put it out he wanted to send us to war.
That's that's kind of sad. So your dad is still with us, right?
Yeah, he is.
But he does. You don't talk.
He won't talk to me. No.
You think pretty much because of the
Oh
guy.
no, no, you say it. He'll say it. Oh yeah.
What's your message to other people? I've seen you do your TikToks. I have people who don't like me, but I can still be friends with a person if they like Kamala or Joe. I can still be cordial with them and talk to them. What's your take on that whole thing?
I have Democrat friends, liberal friends. I love everybody. I have liberals that mob for me on my TikTok that
Oh,
love me but don't like they just they don't understand why I support Trump, but they love me. Like
okay.
I'm right in the middle with everybody.
Okay. Gotcha. So
Like
as
I'm
long as
not
someone treats you
conservative, I'm not
respectful,
left. Wait, I'm not. I'm just right. I'm just wave, just on the wave.
that's good. And if someone is respectful, you'll be respectful back. That's how it should.
Exactly. I treat you just the way you treat me.
Ex- uh,
That's it.
yeah,
However
exactly.
you want to say it.
You probably had. I've had death threats before. You probably had them too.
Oh, I have that ice baby video right now. We're talking 5,000 comments
Have you've had people
with
wish
600,000 views. Oh, I got threats all over right now, all
like
over.
real people that want to kill you probably.
Yeah, that's why people don't know where I lay my head. Why you think the only thing they don't know is where I lay my head? They've tried doxing me over and over, but nothing's in my name. Nothing. They can't.
Yeah, I just call you MAGA queen. I'll keep it at that. That
No, I mean everybody knows my name, but I mean I just don't leave a trail.
yeah, that's really sad though because you don't do that to people on the left.
I don't.
You don't.
Yes, I make my videos like this is my me letting go of all the hate I get, but I don't tag it to individual people.
No. And you don't threaten them for liking Joe
No.
Okay, I think that's the difference. Yeah, so
Yeah.
okay, well, I'll jump on your lives when I see you and I'll chat and
And tell your wife and kids I love them and we love you.
will do and they when they see Trump on stage or they hear the YMCA, they're like, "Is MAGA Queen there?"
I like sitting behind him now. I actually waved my Trump was right sign behind him when he came to Detroit.
Wow. You're gonna have to hopefully get pictures at the White House, and I'll love to talk to you
Actually,
after that. That'll
actually, that sign. It's
oh,
there.
that one,
Okay.
yeah. That yeah, get pictures. I'm sure they'll take pictures for you too. I'd love to see what when you go to the White House.
Don't
That'd
worry,
be
Dave. You're on your way to the White House too. You'll get there.
I've applied to do the independent journalist seat. I'm on the list.
Well, maybe this interview will get you on the list. Let's go.
I'll tag Trump in it. Maybe, yeah. There you go.
Let's go. Come
Thank
on,
you.
Trump. He's been loyal.
I'll
Let's
give it a
go.
shot. Thank you so much.